One, two, one, two. This is a day in history. Day in history. Y'all see what's on the screen. But y'all who know about real hip hop, y'all see what's on the screen, especially from B More. You have myself, DJ Concrete. We also have,
K Mac knock Bill.
and we also have.
Wow,
Your,
mic breaking up.
your mic breaking up a little bit, sis. It's breaking up, but that's silhouette. Yeah, it's going. Yeah, we can hear you, but it's a delay. Yeah, it's a delay. But you might have to, worst case, log off and log back on. But don't, if that's the case, that's cool. But we're gonna see how it go. Say something. Just say that it's silhouette again, just so make sure your mic is straight.
Yo, what's up, Silhouette? Annexx Clique, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Is it
cool.
You
breaking
sound
up?
better that time.
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Better?
Yeah,
All
you
right,
just
maybe
gonna
I
have
got
to. Yeah, you gonna have to speak up. You gonna just have to probably speak up so it can catch it. So it can catch it. So okay, this is a wild one here. Now, this is our untold story interview of the Annexx Clique. And shouts out to everybody who's in the live feed right now. But this is what we want y'all to do in the live feed. Y'all can ask questions and we will answer them. So make sure in the live feed that y'all do that. And we'll also shout y'all out as well. Now, once again, we have K-Mac Silhouette in the building. And
before we go further,
go ahead.
Before we go further, I just want to say this. It's important that people call me K Mac Knoxville. I Googled K Mac and it's a gillion. Right. It's a million K Macs. It even fucked up with my Spotify streams. It had me and some guy named K Mac tied together. Our music was bunched up together and everything. So that's why I put the Knoxville on the end of my name, because that identifies me. I didn't want to change my name from K Mac. I didn't put in too much work with K Mac. So I couldn't, do that. So that's why it's important for me to put Knoxville on the end of that. That's all that is. I just want to say that.
Okay, no, we appreciate that, because that's actually really important.
It's very important.
Yeah. So definitely get that.
Yeah.
Now, this is a long-awaited interview. Shouts out to Bayline in the building. Thank you for showing up. Now here's the thing. We done been through the storm, and Silo got a song called "The Storm." And what up, Southside Doughboy? Thank you for coming through.
What up, Woody?
Yeah. So now we're gonna start it off here. I guess we can start it off with we'll start off with you real quick, Mac. I always ask this basic question, but people need to know, where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore City, West Side, Emerson Village, all day.
Okay. And with that being said, how long have you been in this game, or this business, or this culture of hip hop?
Wow. See, before we all linked up, I had at least 4 or 5 years of trying to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? So I can say 30 some years now.
Wow.
Like almost 33 years, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Non-stop, though.
Right. Shouts out to D Skills Harris, aka Skills Mega. Thank you for coming through. Peace.
Peace, bro.
Now, with that being said, you've been in the game a long time, and I've known you long time.
Right.
When you started getting into it, the culture of rap or hip hop, what brought you into the culture?
Oh man. Actually, it started way early when I was when doing the breakdance era. That's when I really got bit by that hip hop bug. You feel me? Back then, I went through a lot of things when it came to hip hop. You know, back when I first started. You know, yeah, I went through. I was trying to be a breaker. You know what I'm saying? I used to break good. What else? Shit. Tried to graffiti. I tried everything. So yeah, I think that's break basically when that's what you said, right? Because I'm stoned. My
Yeah,
bad.
no,
You said
yeah. No, you was answering it. I was just saying what brought you into the culture, what made you love hip hop, what made you rap.
all that, yo, just all that, just watching other people, like people that I look up to break dance and things like that, and then I think that planted the seed. You know what I'm saying? But when
Right.
I always used to write raps and I was scared to say them. I used to always write raps and I do a whole show for my brother. Like I do a concert for my brother. And
Mm-hmm.
I never want, you know what I'm saying? It was just like I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. People said I was whack out. At that time, I was a different dude. So I was trying to fight, if anything. So I just couldn't. That just when, you know what I'm saying? That's just when it first started for me, yo. You know what I'm saying? Getting into it back then, and then
I
I
think
never thought
every
I was going to take it serious. I never thought I was going to take it serious until y'all. When I
right.
start seeing y'all and Hugh Lord and Balls and Knuckles and shit
Shaldane.
Cheryl
Mm-hmm.
first Cheryl Dean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I can't forget Marvin C and them three ZMCs.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
used to walk
definitely.
around with this record all the time back in the 80s, and that shit just like did something to me to know somebody that had a vinyl record. You know what I'm
Shouts out
saying?
to
And
that
then
brother.
yeah, shouts out to Marvin C. I'm linking up with him tomorrow. Um,
Tell him I said what's up. Most
and
definitely.
then Shell Dean, you know, that bought Be More Nation album.
Yeah.
That shit traumatized me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And just to see people that I seen on the cover that I knew, and then he was just the final straw. And then when I knew you was with him, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, yo, that's when I started going around B's, and
Right.
B, you know, that's when B got turned out on the dirt bikes,
Yeah.
and then B wasn't even touching them turntables. He was letting me do what I wanted. So I
Yeah.
started trying to put together beats. I came every day. It was to the point his mother and them, they just opened the door. He ain't even had to be home. They just knew I was coming. You know what I mean? So
That was the house to
that
be. B's
that was the
house was
house
the
to
house to
be,
be.
yo. You ran away, you got put out.
Go over B's.
Go with the house. You know what I
um,
mean? So that's basically where it started for me, though. Basically that, and then when you put me on the spot one day,
mm-hmm.
y'all was coming from fishing.
Yeah.
Y'all was at Duggar and Mon house, and y'all
Right.
was getting out the car with fishing rods and shit.
Right.
And he was right there, and I was always like, "Yo, when you gonna put me in the studio?" And
Right.
then he was like, "That was he right there." I'm like, "Oh shit!" And he was like, "Yeah, let me hear something." You know,
Right.
then I kick something, he
That's a
kick
huge
something,
voice too.
yup, he like, let me kick something. And then when by him telling me, damn, shorty, you dope, keep going, that shit motivated me.
Right.
And it was just going from there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
See,
Man,
I never
thank
even knew that. I never even knew this story right here. I never even heard this story before.
yeah,
For
You know what I'm
real?
saying? I didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
yeah.
know y'all
Yeah, I
had
remember.
history before. You know what I mean?
That's why
Okay,
this is
learn something
Yo,
new
needed.
every
Cree, you
day.
remember
It's
I rode that bike down your house?
do I? Yeah, I remember that. You was hungry, and
I
that's
rode
what
a
it's
bike
about.
down this nigga house in the rain
Hey,
Mm.
you was
just to
getting it. You
record
was
a song.
hungry, right? Now,
Hungry.
and sis Silo, that's why we needed to have this because we're learning things that we just never learned before. And before we continue on, shouts out to Al Peoples from Brazil here, Vagnoid Killer in the building. Shouts out to
Whoa.
Brazil. Shouts out to Vagnoid. Thank you for coming through.
What up,
Yep.
Vagnoid? Big love, bro.
Yeah. So,
Big
um,
love.
so yeah, that was definitely an interesting story, Mac. And that's one thing for sure that nobody could ever try to take from you is that
Uh,
that you didn't grind. No, you the first day from day one. All I know is you grinding with this hip hop stuff, and to now,
oh,
and that's what
thank
makes me proud of you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Definitely.
you, bro. Thank you.
Um,
Thank
you
you.
definitely
I
held it
appreciate it.
down for us, even when when I was gone and Silo was gone. We moved out of town or whatever, but you still held it down, and and that's greatly appreciated.
already. That's
right. So now on to Silo. On to Silo. Now, Silo, what brought you into the game? And first of all, the basic question: where you from?
Baltimore City, West
Okay.
Side, Emerson Avenue. You know what I mean? All that.
Okay. Okay. All
Hmm.
right.
yeah.
So, um, okay, Vagnoid, giving us some love right there. A fan, number one fan of ours. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, damn.
That's much
That's what's
love.
up.
We appreciate that.
Yes. So here's the thing. So Silo, what brought you into loving hip hop and you know being in the culture and you know what brought you in?
Well, my uncle was a DJ. You know what I'm saying? So when I would stay over my grandmother's, I would go through his tapes, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I got my first experience. Curtis Blow, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Just you know what I mean? That's when it was all about the culture for
Yes.
me. You know what I'm saying? The breaking, you know what I mean? It was on it popping. I used to pop myself.
Oh man,
We
she
lost
dropped
her.
off. Yeah, she's gonna come back on. Shouts out to Miss Amelia. Thank you for coming in, Miss Amelia. Um,
Hey, how you doing?
we
She
was
said
listening
hi
to
everyone.
yes, we was
Amelia.
listening to Silhouette, and hopefully when she comes back in this time that it'll her internet will be working a little bit better there. But meanwhile, we're gonna carry on until she pops back in. So Mac,
Right. But no. Let me get into
mhm,
you.
go ahead.
What made you start DJing, wanting to
I'm
DJ? Ha, you know I used to be I had my own talk show too, my own radio show too. So I
Yeah.
got you.
oh
All
So
Lord.
right.
I'm
what made you
and my
want to
band
start
name
DJing? All right,
Yeah,
go ahead,
yeah,
She back. Go ahead.
yeah. You back now. He was great. Put me on the spot, but it's cool. I'm gonna answer his question though.
you
He
should have
Cause
happy
did
now.
that.
He happy now.
yeah.
You should have did that.
Shouts out to
But
Miss
like I
J
said,
in the building. Good
uh-oh,
evening,
what's up?
everyone.
What's up?
Blessings to you. Okay, go ahead, Silo.
But like I was saying, it was basically my uncle. You know what I mean? That's where I got my introduction. And and then I slid off and doing my own thing, you know what I mean? I was in a breakdancing group with Sean Torre, shout out to him, and his brother
Hmm.
Trent, you know what
John
I'm saying?
Torrey.
But the MC, and I started writing when I was like 14 years old, you know what I'm saying? I've been writing ever since. Um it's I fell in love with. I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's even to this day, it's hard for me to write in my phone and stuff like that. I just the pen and the paper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is for me. It's a love. That's you know what I mean. Nothing. I can't do nothing about it either. You know what I mean? I can't stop.
Well, through your
I
music,
can't
it
stop.
definitely tells. It tells through your music that you love it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, uh, it makes me feel good when I play a song, and especially when there's a lot of dope females out there. You know what I'm saying? It really is. But
Yeah.
then let me show you this dope. You see what I'm saying? It's a different dope. You know what I mean?
It's a different
So,
show, shorty.
so my thing is I guess I'm gonna get to what you can you remember what you asked me, Mac?
Huh?
Can you remember what you asked me?
Yeah, I do remember
Okay.
what I asked you.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I was saying, what made you want to start DJing? What made you want to do all that with the records and all that? What made you want to do that?
Well, my first kick on it to make me want to get into it and to love it was actually me and my sister Angie. I don't know if y'all remember the Fresh Festival. Y'all remember the
Yeah,
Fresh Festival?
I went to
That
all
was
of them. Which one?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually the first one. And you
Mm-hmm.
remember when Houdini was up there, right? And their
Yep.
DJ Grandmaster D.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Killed
me tell
it.
you something.
That did
Killed
something
it,
to you, yo.
man. Changed my life. Changed my
Change.
life. He was up on the
Mm,
stage, cutting up on the records and everything. Then he even added a trick or two or whatever. I was like, nah. I was
that was
always into
it.
bikes. You knew this. Y'all used to see me on
Right.
BMX bikes, all that stuff. But I said, I'm changing the BMX wheels in for these wheels of steel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was still riding my bike, but I had to get on the turntables. That was one right there. That was the first one when I went to that concert with my sister and saw
That
Grandmaster
turn,
B do
yo,
that.
that's funny you said that because that Rakim and Eric B performance when they had the lasers coming out the
Yes,
eyes,
yes, crazy, crazy.
watching radio, watching LL Cool J come out the radio.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
That shit did it for me, bro.
right.
I was done. I was the youngest of three, and I had more hip hop than my oldest brothers.
Wow.
They
Well,
ain't even care about the show. I wanted to go. They ain't even go.
well, to add on to my story, the second thing that sparked me was Jam Master Jay. Y'all remember in Crush Groove when Run wouldn't come out and Jam Master Jay was like, run,
Run,
run, run.
Oh,
When I
yeah.
heard that and when I saw that, that was it. And then just having the fact of WEBB, Z3MCs, We Rock Crew, you know, what we grew up on. And then you had Rappers Delight and all this good stuff, the message, you know, Grandmaster Flash and all of them, and, you know, all of them being out there. I mean, and it's a lot of that I'm not even mentioning, but having them out there. And then I remember the days of me having the radio, trying to make my own mixes with the pause button and record and all that stuff, right? So yeah, I was in it. And then so after that, I don't know if y'all remember, but it was a dude named Charlie Bell. Charlie Bell was the neighborhood DJ, right? And I used to watch him, but then my brothers used to DJ as well, right? They DJ'd for a little bit, and I would watch them, and I'm like, all right, yeah, this is definitely what I want to do. So it was in my environment the whole time. So I remember buying Charlie Bell's turntables. He had some Pioneer turntables. I ended up buying them. They was really like crap, but it got the job done. And then one day I went to Mondawmin. My father had already passed away by then. I went to Mondawmin, and my mother was with me, or I was with my mother at that time because I was like 12 years old. And I took it y'all remember Metro out Mondawmin?
Yeah.
Okay. I went out
Hell
there.
yeah.
And the dude Tommy, you remember Tommy that made that song, Get the Hoe, Get the Hoe. Yeah, that song. That dude, he was behind the counter. And
He was
I
from
knew
here?
him. Yeah, Tommy from
I ain't know he
Baltimore.
was from here.
Yeah.
Dang.
So what happened was me and my mother was in the store, and here I go. I say, Mom, they the turntables. I went right there. She looked, they was like $850 per turntable. What? We walked out of the store. I was like, dang. So I was working for this company. Well, it was a restaurant. It was my first job ever. I was bussing tables, and I was it was called Duffy's. Y'all remember Duffy's? I was there. Yeah. And I was working late night. You know, I wasn't even supposed to be working because I was too young to work, but it was me, Carlos, C Cuts, which is Dante, and my boy Kenneth. We was all leaving from work one day. I mean, it was like maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. We was coming back home, and I went in the house. And so I went in my room, and I had my old turntables. I always play my music, right? So I was getting back there to play my music, and I had like a bunk bed. You remember that bunk bed I had, Mac, when we used to record? All of us used to record in the room. Or was it? Or you probably ain't coming there yet. No, I was still DJing. Nah, you ain't coming there yet because that was all of us used to be in my room DJing on the Pioneers. But
yeah, I didn't
long
come
story
in
short,
Jermaine used to come down there.
yeah, Jermaine and Boopy James and all of them. That was when they was coming down.
Yeah.
So what happened was I was standing behind my turntables, getting ready to mix late that night, and I saw my mother from the crack of the door looking. I'm like, why is she looking at me? So I looked. I just looked at the floor. She had two brand new 1200s for me sitting on the floor. I was like,
shit.
What? She don't realize she set me for life when she did that. She set me for life. When my mother did that, she set me for life. So what happened when I put those turntables, I didn't even know how to hook them up. I mean, I ain't know what I was doing. But when I put them up, the next day, I told everybody, yo, I got some 12s. You know what I mean? It was people coming from the village, from down Baltimore, Hilton, just to see my 1200s. It was crazy. So it was over from then, and then I had
then you start doing all the parties around the way.
Yes, and that's what I was getting to. I had ended up DJing a party, and then everybody liked what I was doing, whatever. And they was like, "Yo, did you make a tape of that? Did you make a tape?" Because I used to record it because I used to bring this one dude. He used to rap, and so he can rap, and he was battling dudes. I forgot the dude's name, but anyway, he wasn't from around our way, but he was battling. I used to record it. So people, I say, I got that tape, whatever, and that's how my tapes started selling because I was recording at parties. And then next thing you know, everybody kept asking me, tape, and it was money, money, money. So it was cool though. But we'll get more into me later. So so at this point, right? How do you feel about the game right now, Silo? The rap game?
I say the internet era has changed things drastically for me personally, but it's a good and a bad because at least I can go and find what I want to hear because the radio is not playing what I want to hear. I mean, I ain't got nothing against it, but I ain't got nothing with it either. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I like a certain vibe, a certain type of sound, and you know what I'm saying? I search for what I want to hear. You know what I mean?
Well, and see, you know how serious that is. What you just said. Do you know how serious that is? I stress that every week, even when it comes on, or just about every week on the Brutally Honest Rap Show, which I have to have y'all on one day. I tell people, I say, because sometimes they be thinking the music I play is from Mars. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't doing a and all that old stuff, it's from Mars. So anyway, I tell people hip hop is where it's supposed to be. It's back where it's supposed to be, right? And that means in the underground. And if it's in the underground, you got to look for it. If you're a hip hop head, you go look for it. And that's what you just said. You just said it. And what's that other saying that they always say? They say that real hip hop is not being played on the radio. And that's it's not supposed to be on the radio. They turned rap music to a business a long time ago. We keeping it underground. Let me shout out, read this comment.
Shout Miss J. Miss J, the lady Miss J on here, she's showing mad love, bro.
Yes, shouts out Miss J. Yeah. Y'all doing well tonight. Thank you so much, Miss J, for that. Also, Miss Amelia said, I worked at the restaurant. Wow. Miss Amelia used to work at Duffy's too. Yeah, Duffy's was a neighborhood spot where they was good people over there. It was like
that was on Frederick, right?
Yeah, Frederick Avenue. They used to have the crab cakes and all that stuff. And the thing about it is that place had that old school vibe, like almost like how Cheers or remember the show Cheers? That place could have easily been on a movie. Seriously, that was a good spot. I used to like.
Is that what they turned to the dollar store?
I ain't been around the way.
It's a dollar store now there.
Probably is.
I forgot you ain't here, but they turned that over to dollar store.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the state of, I'm gonna call it rap music, Mac, because I mean that it's no disrespect to them. It's not. In fact, I'm gonna shout them out because they made another lane for themselves, and it's just rap music. Al's is hip hop.
Me. I just business though.
Shout out to Construction Site Media. Peace. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you, babe. Me, I mean, truthfully, business though, I've been around it. I had younger artists before that I've managed, and I've been around it. I kind of I understand them, but I always stay in my lane.
Right.
And that's what made them respect what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because I respected their lane and they respected mine. You know what I'm saying? And I would school them as much as I could because, the new generation, they don't really want to hear too much people trying to tell them what to do or school them. So I would shed light. I would give it, enlighten them on a few things here and there with the things that I could for us hip hop. But it taught me to just I love music anyway, so it just taught me to just respect people what they do. If that's what you into, cool. And if I like it, I can rock with you. But when I step in the booth and I go to cook up, I'm doing this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do, and this is who I am. You know what I mean? Just because hip hop switch, I bend a little bit. I bend a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I never forgot I always stayed grounded to who I am. You know what I'm saying? So, and truthfully, it was so much pressure. Do you understand the pressure that I used to be on, being the only hip hop artist on a roster full of trap?
Yeah, I can understand.
You
Then you
feel
used
me?
to catch pressure. Used to catch pressure from me too. I'm like, Mac, what you doing, man?
What I'm doing, I'm putting
You know what I'm
myself to
saying?
the test. I'm
Yeah,
making them.
you was
I'm making them understand and believe in what we do
right,
by
right,
presenting it. It'll be and everybody come to me, man. Yo, that was a breath of fresh air. God damn, it felt like the whole same song was playing the whole fucking night till you
right.
came in with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
everybody gets
See,
in, they kind of like do it the same. And by me coming in with that different shit and some bars and substance with it, and a show. I didn't just get up there and perform hooting and hollering and shit. I
right,
give you a show. You feel what I'm saying? So by me doing that, it made people say, okay, damn, let me take this guy serious. I like what you doing. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
it had them respect it too. Damn, OG, I like that. Yo, I gotta start working on my shit better. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the funny thing about that.
It
You
had
create a whole nother lane back for yourself because that's what I keep
right.
trying to tell people. It's okay to do the trap and all that's fine. If that's your style, that's your style. I respect it. But there
And even
is
times
a
that I had
crowd.
go ahead.
No, and I was going to say there is a crowd that respect both genres. Or you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's so you're gonna make out, but what I'm mainly into and what y'all are into, when you do that, you have a whole slew of underground people who love this. That's just like if I go in a party with some either controllers, they can be like, oh, this dude here, he gonna be mixing off the laptop. He ain't really mixing. But if I go in here with these turntables, they be like, oh, he might be about to throw down, like because that's the old school way. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They do that. Shouts out to my
And
nephew just pulling up. Dante, what's going on, Dante? He said,
shout
"Blessings,
out, brother.
everybody."
Shout out.
All right, go
Blessings,
ahead. What do you
blessings.
say?
But no, what I'm gonna say is I had a situation where as though I was put in a situation where as though it was like, okay, I'm not gonna let them know that or make them think I can't do it. We was doing the record. And they was like, oh, we can't do this with Mac. I'm like, nigga, you can do anything with Mac.
Right,
And I had to let them know I could do it. And I did it to show that when it come to this is who I am. But then
right.
when I put on a boom bap beat, guess what? They can't do it.
And see, that's what I'm saying. The same thing that you're saying right now is the same thing for DJs. If you put them, okay, this thing that I have to DJ at, right? I have to DJ with records, no laptop, no nothing. Everybody cannot do that. If you put some records in front of these young guys, what'd you say, Silo?
Oh no, I
And
was saying I ain't see you, but you
Yeah,
back now.
yeah. My thing be doing that.
I,
If
I don't like
if
the
I
fact
go
that niggas be calling themselves DJs and they don't scratch.
exactly, that's not if you ain't
Got
scratching
Blending.
or
it.
blending or transforming, you're not a DJ. That's a part of the
They
art.
could
That's
be
like
blending records and call themselves a DJ. No, that's not DJing to me. But I don't
right,
disrespect people's thing, but I know DJs. Like
right,
I came up under you, so
mhm,
can them niggas tell me here DJ and don't show me nothing?
right, right. And I think dudes put DJ on their name now just to get girls. That's what I
But
think they
that's
do.
the thing about social media. You can be who you want.
Right, exactly. Shouts out
You
to
can
Shell
write
Shop.
2 raps tomorrow and be MC Banger T.
Yeah,
And who the
quick.
fuck gonna tell you you're not?
Right. Well, here's the funny thing that you say that because when we were coming up, things were so much harder. You have to really love what you were doing back then because even when it came to purchasing studio equipment or DJing equipment or y'all writing, they don't write like y'all write anymore. They
Right.
don't. It's just the dip, the dip, bip, bip, and bip, and then it's more the hook than the whole song. So, I mean, it's different. And then when we
It's
tried to
more
do
fashion more
promotions,
than the record, period.
right?
It
So,
ain't even about him singing.
we got construction site media said the blue
Yeah.
tape is a gem. Thank you so much for that. Construction site media said the blue tape is a gem. That Rebirth album is always in rotation. Good to see y'all together. Thank you so much, family, and it's good for us to be together.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you,
Meanwhile,
man.
go ahead, explain what you were saying, Mac. Though, go ahead.
No, it's just everything. I don't want to say this and seem like I'm like bashing. I don't bash. I don't care what people do. I just know what to do, and I gotta be somewhat around it to know what not to do and to stay where to stay in my lane and know my boundaries. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
what I see is like it's this. I know people get tired of saying it's the same thing, but it really is. It's done the same way. Like, okay, what you're an artist, you get fresh clothes, jewelry, you got weed, you show some guns, you do your money sleeve.
Right. No, you're right.
You froze in front of cars and shit. You show you and your niggas live in the studio, blowing it down. You showing guns, riding in the car. What else? Then in your videos, everybody got they sticks out and everybody waving. It's
Right.
the same.
See,
shit.
Mac, you bringing out a point. You're bringing out a point that I bring out as well. You're bringing out a point. That point is it's the same
thing,
ingredients.
But
It's the
if
same
that's what
ingredients.
it's same ingredients. There you go. There you go. You don't put no obey on it. You just putting seasonal.
Right. Now, I'm a bust construction site media in the head. How about that? Huh?
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
I said I'm a bust them in
man.
the head.
Oh, yo, I need one of them for my studio.
Let me tell you something. This is the only one that I know of. And my sister found it for me and gave it to me. The blue tape. Brand new.
You see what is that D Star? D Stewart?
No,
who's D Stewart?
Yeah, that's my nephew. Let me see what nephew said right here. These new rap artists only can make a 2-minute song, one verse, and a bunch of singing. Then the album only has 10 tracks. See? Nephew cracked it in the head.
I feel that nephew, but that's what that's what make it so good for us. Because all we ever did was be us. All we ever did was be us. You notice that? We never wrote Annexx Clique on the wall and shit. We never did nothing. We just did us, yo. We just did music and did it from the heart, and it connected with the right people, and they love it to this day. And that's all I've done since. I just did me. I let everybody do what they do, and I respect their lane. I'm not gonna say that's not hip hop. If that's what you want to do it. Because I make music off emotion. However I'm feeling, I might feel like hey, let me, that day, that whole day, I might feel like that. Then that day I'm gonna be on some laid back. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I always keep it me. Even if I get on a trap beat with them, I keep it me. I don't go. I'm not going to go into and trying to rap like them. I keep it me. The song "Keep It the Same" on the Rebirth. Mm-hmm. I just was rapping on their cadence. Right. So. Right. I really feel like that far as when it comes to that song, that record, and that's why I say I respect them. And being as though I start working with a lot of younger ones, I understood why they the way they are. Like their hip hop, their old school hip hop is like no limit.
Right.
To them, old school is no limit. These are young kids. You got to remember our age. Remember our age. And these are young kids. So it's like to them, old school when they say old school, Master P. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
That's
they
not
don't
old
know
school.
about the gurus.
Yeah,
They
that's not
don't.
old school.
Yeah, they don't know about the Guru and Premier and all that stuff we
Right.
came up under. Because when they was starting to notice hip hop, they was just becoming like what 5 or 6, and that was like 2004.
Well, let me ask
Shit
you
had
this,
just
Matt.
switched around. They grew up on 106 in Park.
Let me ask you this. You got a story that you told me one day. A story that you told me one day, and it was in reference to, I think, the blue tape coming out. I'm gonna come back to that story, but I'm gonna ask Silo. Silo, what when the first, see, I can't even remember. That's me turning 50. I'm a half 100 now. I can't remember, but I can't remember if the blue tape came out first or did the records come out first. Okay.
The blue tape was the first thing.
Okay. So Silo, when the blue tape came out, and actually I got a story about that too. When the blue tape came out and you knew that it was in stores, how did you feel?
I felt accomplished. You know, I felt like my dream was coming true. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, just to be honest, that's how I felt. I said, man, damn, this is crazy. This I never thought. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, they're right. I never thought.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would get out the
Now,
basement with it. My
right,
basement.
right. Because all of us was in the basement. All of us was in the basement. Now, the other thing is that Silo, I don't know if you remember this. I remember. We need to get to this, but let me tell that story real quick, Mac, about the blue tape when you didn't even know it was out or something, and somebody told you.
Oh, first let me say this. Silo, remember when we were on the phone? I think in like 2 days or something before it was about to come out, and man, you was like, "Yo, we ruined." We thought we was ruined. Man, we like, no, they can't put that out. Remember, because we had recorded so many better songs by then. So by the time they was ready to put the blue tape out, man, you was like, yo, I hope they do not put them songs out.
But now, and explain to everybody why you
so
say ruined.
I'm sitting
Why
there
you
thinking,
thought y'all was ruined?
I'm sitting there, man. I'm like, oh, that shit came out. God damn, people gonna say they don't like it. Oh my God, right? I come home one day. It's just a regular day in the house. I come home. My mother said, "Oh God, put the food away. I'm going upstairs." She went upstairs. I'm sitting there, just ain't thinking about it because it came out. Ain't nobody said nothing. I ain't hear nothing or nothing. I'm like, man, fuck it, right? Man, something say, do, knock at the door. I go to the door. It's my whole hood. Niggas like, nigga! This shit hard as a motherfucker. Bring your ass outside. We getting high tonight. Nigga, we smoked and got high all night. They flipped, back then we had radios and they had the tape.
Right.
They flipped that motherfucker back and forth that radio all fucked about 5 in the morning, yo. And we sat on the playground and had a good time. Them niggas played that, man. I was tired. I'm like, yo, please. You know how we is, Silo, about hearing out shit.
Now, just to let everybody know what Mac was saying, him and Silo didn't even like the like we had put together this album. And see, we put the cart before the horse on a lot of things, but we're gonna go back to that so y'all can know even better. So basically, Silo and Mac did not like the blue tape. We did the songs, and then at that point, he was saying that we did better songs by then, but we wasn't gonna throw those songs away. I was like, no, we're gonna put these out. So they looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, man, this joking, man. He gonna put the things out. Why would he put them songs out? We got better songs. And I'm like, no, we're gonna put these out. So then when it got put out, guess what? People still asking for this tape to the day. Am I wrong, y'all? Am I wrong?
Man,
the craziest
I'm glad
thing
you didn't listen to us.
Right.
I'm glad you didn't listen to us, bro. I'm glad you didn't listen to us, and I'm glad you didn't start feeling the same way about them.
Right. I mean,
You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
has to have, we all have to have different thinking, but it needs to come together in the end. Now, let me do this. Go to the comments. We have Baylon that said, everyone, please remember to like our podcast. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we are doing these interviews. Thank you so much, Baylon. That is so important. And if y'all can just listen to her and go ahead to the and make sure y'all subscribe and make sure y'all like this video, because this is a classic. This is not something from last week, 2 years ago, 5 years. This is 30 something year friendship and things that we've done accomplished that we were young kids and we didn't even have a clue. It was just like I came with a hope and a dream to them, and I had to sell myself to them, although they knew me before that, but had to sell myself with what I was trying to do, and then they did it. And these y'all almost make me want to cry. Straight up.
Man, for people who don't know, Concrete was the one that basically put Annexx together as far
Yes.
as me and Matt go. You
Now,
know,
see,
because I met Creep on the humble. Like I knew of Creep. I think we all went to the same school back then.
right, we
Oh,
did.
back in the day.
We did. And Adrian and
All
Right,
three of
on,
us.
yeah.
All
right,
of us.
And
right.
see,
So
that's what we go ahead. I'm sorry, Silo, go ahead.
it's crazy because I was just getting back from Job Corps, and
I
before I
remember
left,
that.
I was doing my little demos with Hurricane Heath. You remember him?
Yeah, and
R.I.P.
then I got my story about Heath too. That
Yeah.
was my guy. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So I goes up. That's the first thing I do when I get back, when I get home. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm going up the street. So I goes up there, and he don't even have his equipment.
Mm-hmm.
He like, I'm not even really doing it. I said, man, what? I got my whole book. I had a loose leaf. I had my whole book with up. You know what I'm saying? What?
Right.
Killed me. Before I left out the door, he like, but I know somebody looking for some MCs. I'm like, all right, what's up? Yo, gave me the number. It was DJ Concrete. I'm like, okay. I paged Creek. You know what I'm saying? That's how old this is. I
Your
paged him. You know what
pages.
I'm saying? Paged him. You know what I mean? Creek came through, checked out my demo, and it was basically on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
And
Crazy.
thank you for that story, Silo, because you told me that one time before, but it's always good to hear because it brings back memories, and and Heath, he was a good brother. He really was. It was so sad for him to leave so early, but before we start off with these other stories, Miss J said, congratulations to that silhouette. What a blessing. I remember buying cassettes back in the 80s. Yep. Now and then we got Darren, the level up coach in the building. What's up, Darren?
What up, Darren?
And let me see. Hey, Darren. And then construction. He said, I need a copy today of that blue tape. Man, I wish we had some copies of this. Actually, you know what? I'm tripping. You can get copies, but the copies are you can get them through HHV, or we'll just get with either Mac or myself, and I'll make sure you get a copy. And then you can buy K Max. Actually, Mac, I need to send you some of those up there. Some of the your joints. I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
And D Stu said, hey, Miss K, and then we got shouts out to Paradigm Shift. Thank you for coming through. Say a salute.
Appreciate it.
Bayliner said these stores are awesome, or stories are awesome. Thank you so much, Bayliner. Miss J said that Creek DJs are catalysts to hip hop artists' success. Y'all hold golden keys to their future more than you know. Thank you so much. And it's funny she said that.
Definitely.
Because y'all remember as we were growing up. Y'all remember as we were growing up. What was the group? It was Eric B, which was the DJ, and Rakim. Then you had Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. So they work hand in hand. And that's one thing that I think that's what a lot of the new artists need to understand. They need to understand that too, because they kind of made the DJ disappear, but not in our world. They're here. Shouts out to Mimi coming in the building. Hello, and thank you for coming through.
A lot
But
of them you can't even fault because if they don't have people around them that know about that
I
to
agree.
show them, you know what I'm saying? They gotta
Yep.
have a lot of them. A lot of it got to do with not knowing. You know what I'm saying? They just don't
Yeah,
be
they need the
knowing.
guidance.
They don't have the guidance at all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
And also during the shows, a lot of times, I would always tell people like a lot of these artists need artist development.
yeah,
And that's what, because
definitely,
if you listen to a
definitely.
lot of these artists today, they their voice needs some work, their delivery needs some work. I mean, it's a lot. So, but
No,
it could
see,
be a lot better.
it's not even about the making the song. That's the easy part. Is
Hmm.
when you come to perform. Is when
See,
you come
that's
to,
it.
to deliver. You can't. They can't. A lot of them can't deliver.
Yeah,
That's the
they don't
problem.
think
That's
about
where
that.
they fall short. Anybody can go in there and rap and sound good if you got a nice voice, but when you hit that stage and
Hmm.
you don't know what the fuck you doing, you look like it, you scared, you frightened. Everybody go through it. So if I still feel like I'm as things I gotta work on for artist development, I know you motherfuckers need it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Now
That's real.
you got a
That's just
question,
real.
Matt.
I met a lot of them that had dope ass music, and then when it was time to perform, it was like,
Yeah, yeah, they can't deliver.
it, it don't
And
come
and
across. It don't come across the same, and that's real big. But that mean a lot to us. That don't mean a lot to them. They think
right.
they killed it. If they got they whole neighborhood on the fucking stage and everybody screaming the fucking song, that's a good motherfucking night.
But see, that's where I say a lot of them need to stop making homeboy hop, because homeboy hop is hip hop made for your homeboys, and they be the ones that rooting. And then when you get outside,
But we did.
like in the
I
real
did.
world, yeah. But
But the
you were
shit I did
success
was
with
for
that.
the hood. Yeah, but because it was authentic. It was
Exactly.
different. It was
Right.
different.
Right.
So I was telling real life stories that happened in the village on Do or Die. That shit was a true story. For people that love Do or Die or know about that record,
That's one
that
of
was
my
a true
favorites.
story.
That's one of my favorites.
You know what I
And
mean?
everybody you named in there, I knew. So yeah, that was definitely
Right.
real. Right
Everything
here,
happened and everything happened.
right here,
You know
Mac.
what I'm
You have a
saying?
question. You got a question
What
right
up?
here, Mac. Um, DJ Skills Mega said that K Mac, when you made In Baltimore, did you know it was going to be an instant classic? And did that song come out before and did that song come out before and it said that's all? So basically answer, because we don't understand the other part of the question. So if you can
Oh,
answer, did you
he
know that that
said
song was going to be a hit?
no, definitely not. Definitely not. I was just rhyming actually and and going off, like I said, going off the vibe and everything. And I basically put those rhymes together because I had so many raps back then because I was so hungry and I wrote all the time back then. You know what I mean? So basically, it was like, okay, let me put these three. They go with that beat and just banged it out. I made it fit because the beat. You know how the beat when you write certain things. You know what I'm saying, to certain beats, that beat it just make it fit. You know what I'm saying, and it
Right.
just fit with it. It just all fit together. It went together, so I just kept it that way.
I'm gonna be
And
honest
now
with y'all.
I ain't think nothing. I was happy to be making a
Yeah,
song. Shit, at that time,
yeah, I was about to
had
say
like
that.
4 songs and shit.
I was about to
I
say that
was happy
because
making a song.
when we were doing it, all the music that we were making, it was from the heart. We was not thinking about no money. We wasn't thinking
What?
about making music better than nobody. We was just thinking about
What?
making our music. And the funny thing about it, when I was doing the beats, and I don't know if y'all remember, every time y'all came, I had beats. It
Oh
was
yeah.
funny. Like I knew what to make for Mac, but never knew what to make for Silo because her style
Yeah.
was just so, and it was like she could get on anything. But then again, it was like, y'all were like two different but the same. It was like everybody, of course, gelled together as family. But it was funny because it was
Silo's
almost
the
like
greatest.
you put me
I
to
want to
test,
say that.
Silo.
I
Yeah.
want to say that Solo is the greatest.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
she's
I'm
the
gonna tell
How
you.
fucking greatest, and she's the one that made me start writing to beats.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she wrote to her beats. I
Mm-hmm.
put, like I said, I had rhymes already. I put it together. I made it fit.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote to her songs. She was doing that in the 90s.
Mm.
Solo's a fucking genius.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know,
Because I'm gonna tell
but
you.
I appreciate it.
She don't, she to see, I ain't even pay her no mind. I'm talking
Right.
to you, Creek, and everybody else.
Uh-huh.
I ain't paying her no mind. I'm tired of arguing with her. But yo, I'm trying to tell you, Creek, the originality. She's so original. Come on, yo,
It's
you gotta
crazy.
really people gotta really tap into to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like really listen. Don't hear it,
You-
listen. Silo is a genius, yo, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Straight
I'm gonna let
genius.
everybody figure it out on their own.
Right. And
She inspired me, and she said I inspired her as far as performing.
right.
You know,
And
as
that's a
far as
Yes.
beautiful
performing,
thing
she said I
because
inspired her with that. She inspired me as far as my pen, making sure
right.
I'm right, because her shit was always tight, always,
Always, Silo. I mean,
always.
you something else because
So
when
I'm
even when
not
I
gonna
made
do that.
tracks, no, seriously. So even when I was making tracks, you put me to the test. I would make the craziest test. I'm gonna see if she can do this, and you'll come and just kill it, like it was nothing. Like it was
And
not
I love
like
the
you
way
made
her
me.
music was different. Her music was
Yeah,
different
very
from
different.
mine. Different from
Matter of
mine.
fact,
It was
matter of
different from mine.
fact.
Look at the Rude Girls.
Oh,
Rude
it's
Girls,
totally
that shit,
different.
shit was totally different.
Totally,
All that shit.
y'all was definitely two different MCs, and the thing that was
That's
beautiful
what make
about it
it
that
so dope. That's what make
yes,
That's
it
what
so
that's
makes
what I was
it
dope.
going
so
to say.
dope.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say that we can go anywhere and tackle on any type of MC, and they can get the business. But you know what?
And we wasn't
Now,
even, but we wasn't even out there. We were just trying to do music. We were just loving what we did. You know what I'm saying? You
right?
know what I mean? But you know what? To back what we said earlier, as far as it wasn't about no money and all that shit, that's
Mhm.
what keep us here now. That's what kept me in it for so long. It
Right.
never left my heart. It wasn't never about
Love.
this shit. This ain't nothing. You know what I mean? This ain't
Right.
it ain't that ain't you know what I mean? It was never about that with us. We don't care about that. You ain't gonna hear kill, murder, none of that shit in my shit. None of the new stuff I've been doing, none of that. It was all about skill and about loving what we do, which is hip hop. That's
I'm
it
gonna
never
say
left.
this.
Never.
I'm gonna say this. Now, Silo, give me 3 of your favorite songs for that you made from when we were coming up from the Annex. Now, I'm telling y'all, we got a lot to talk about, and we're gonna get. And I'm talking to the whole crowd that's listening and everything, and the story gets more interesting. But Silo, give me a song that you 3 of your songs that you love that we did.
Okay, Rude Girls, one of my
Okay,
favorite. The Storm,
okay,
and I'm gonna say Rated R. Maybe
yes.
I'm gonna say Rated R.
I'm gonna tell you, you name some really,
Yo,
really
how
good
can
ones.
you leave? Oh my goodness.
What she
Can
left
it
out,
be
Mac?
four
It's
songs? How she gonna
too,
leave the number one
too
song
many.
out here?
What was the number 1 song?
You better not.
The number
You better
Oh,
not.
one that sparked it off for us.
okay.
That
Because he said
sparked
my favorite.
everything off for us.
And
Creek,
and and,
what was
Man,
the
and I
number
need
one
y'all to
song?
listen. I need y'all to listen to this. Everybody that's in the that's in on here live with us,
man,
because this is another
go
funny
ahead.
story. But go ahead, Mac. What's the song? Rub it in.
And you feel it.
Yes. Now let me tell y'all
That's the
something about
song
that
that
song.
sparked it off for Annexx Clique, Silo.
Yeah, that
It
wasn't the
is what
question. The
it is.
question was my favorite.
Without that song, we wouldn't even been here.
Let me tell y'all
What you
something
think,
about that
Creek?
song. Matter
Creek,
of
what you
fact,
think? It was number
no,
one for
no,
like
no,
a
no.
month or two on 92Q.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this. That's here listening live. Mac is telling the truth because I came in. I said, "Hey, y'all, we need something underground but radio, right? Underground but radio." And I said,
She gonna kill me.
"Here's the beat." Matter of fact, hold on. Well. I'll
Oh
get
my
back to that.
goodness.
I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that because this is a funny
Now, I
story.
ain't
Anyway,
say all that, Silo.
but
See, she
I
already
said,
gonna hurt me about that shit, but
yeah. So I said, y'all know what? I said we need this song, whatever. They ain't want to hear it. Well, Silo ain't want to hear it. Like, yo, come on, yo. I was like, we need this. I'm telling you, this is rocking. Well, guess what happened? That's the song that got us heard around the world. That song. And
that's the one.
The story
That's why I
to
said
that,
you can't leave that song out, yo.
you can't.
Like you can't leave that out.
And the story
Yeah,
to that, the story to that is this, just so everybody will know how that happened. There was a DJ. He's a very popular DJ. He's very popular in the house world. His name is DJ Spin. Very dope DJ. Very, very dope DJ. And he was another one of my inspirations. And let me name my inspirations real quick. My inspirations was actually Frank Ski back in the day. Shouts out to Frank Ski. DJ Spin. Shouts out to DJ Spin. Also Kid Capri. And it's a few other ones, and I'll name them later. But to my point, I got that record into the hands of DJ Spin. And y'all already knew how hard it was to get music on the radio. So got it in his hands. We was already cool. He listened to it. He was like, yo, I love this joint. It was Can You Feel It? Every mix show he played for weeks, probably a couple of months, Can You Feel It? He was killing it. Right? Killing it.
I could not believe it. I'm riding down the street. That motherfucker just kept 5 o'clock mix. Can you feel it? I'm around the street like, oh shit. I was so happy, yo. He great go get it, yo.
Yeah. Oh no, man.
He great go get it, yo.
I was happy when I heard it on the radio, though. I never forget when I heard it. You know what I mean?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I was gone. I was like, damn, that's it. And then not it ain't just played for the whole month. It was like, damn. I was like, yeah. And see, hey, Creek, people don't know how hard it was back then, not only just to get a song on the radio, how hard it was for us trying to do hip hop and bring out hip hop through when Baltimore was a club motherfucking city.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was super hard because everybody was listening to club music and they wasn't trying to hear what we was talking about.
Yo, we warriors, man. We made it through that shit. You feel me? They don't know how hard it was trying to sell music here, man. Trying to sell music or getting people to take you serious because everybody was club. Right. Everything was club, man. That's why I say shout out to Frank Ski too, because Frank Ski showed us love. He showed us a lot of love.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And still to this day he does. My nephew said
V103.
Yeah, V103 down here now in Atlanta. My nephew said, I remember Pops giving me a couple of copies on some tapes. I was too young to understand, and I'm going to try to see if I can find them. Yes, tapes are gems. And his father is my older brother, who was a DJ as well. And that's what I was talking about as far as the DJing. Then also we have Miss J said, at K-Mac, you've got me cracking up. I know that had to be super exciting. Then we also have
Jay, what up with it?
Let me see. Wait a
what
minute.
Up with it, Miss Jay?
Okay, yeah, and also Paradigm Shifts say 88.9 classics. Yes, they used to bump all our music on 88.9.
Now that's where I got my burn.
Yes. Yep.
92Q didn't give me the burn. They gave it to Silo.
Right.
88.9 gave me the burn. She got played on 88.9 too, but she got her song on 92Q. I didn't get played on 92Q during those times. I don't think.
No, you did get some play. It was I think they were playing Bring It On. Bring It On.
Oh, I
So
probably would say I don't think I heard it on there. I didn't get that till later on to me. Like
right
I got it later on.
now
And
we got
this go ahead.
construction site media said I was up WEAA interning with Kill. Remember Kill? Yeah.
Kill,
And was
yeah,
even
yeah.
up there, and it was even up there when Vegas and Ock hosted Strictly Hip Hop. I seen the OG K-Mac up there a few times while I was there. Good times. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for that reminisce
Salute,
construction.
bro.
Yeah.
That's what's
So
up, man. Big love, bro.
just to give y'all a taste of the song that we were just talking about, which is called Can You Feel It? Scylla was gonna kill us for this, but oh look, she disappeared.
Oh
Nah,
shit, she left.
no,
She
we gonna
left.
wait. Nah, it probably just dropped her. Just so happened. So
Hey, yo,
here,
she
here she
left,
go.
yo. Where she at?
She right there. Scylla, we were saying you rolled out on us because you didn't want to hear the song. But we gonna give y'all 30 seconds of the song that we talking about, which is called Can You Feel It by Silhouette. Let's go.
Check it out. Can you feel it? Annexx Clique.
Hey.
Oh, I was trying that right out.
I'm on that shit. On my head.
Hey man, it's yo.
Where my nigga K-Mac nigga, yo.
All right. So that was that song. That was the song that got us on around the world, actually. You know what I'm saying? That's that old 90s flavor. So we're gonna go to UK, Mac, because we got some
Hey,
other
yo,
few more
hold on.
stories to tell.
Hey, you so crazy shit, yo.
It always
Hey,
uh-oh.
yo.
All right. Huh?
Oh, terrible, yo. That was more than 30 seconds.
Well, here's the sad thing, Silo. Here's the sad thing. They just
That's
asked to
about
hear it
45
again.
seconds.
They just asked to hear it again, Silo, right?
Oh
And
no!
because they were
Who
saying
did that, yo?
they needed more volume. So let's go.
Oh my.
Check it out.
Hey man,
Hey,
Annexx
baby, can you
Clique.
feel it?
come on.
Can you
Yo.
feel it? Baltimore, can you feel it? New York, can you feel it? DC, can you feel it? Virginia, can you feel it? Check it out.
Virginia.
Look at
I'm on that shit cause my style rips slits and tears niggas in flight. Or have you seen black and white like fucking handlebars? Lyrically sick, my technique got me on my deathbed. My see red, I let blood smoke around my head. Contact, out home that bitch and she flips, pump me up. Your left prices can't pump me up, so quick you gotta just.
Oh my god.
I'm back with KO. Where's my nigga K-Mac winning the yayo?
All right.
Hey.
We're gonna take it to the comments. That was Miss J said, Creep, we need volume. We had Miss Miss Amelia said at Silhouette. That was great. See, Silo, come on now.
Hey, yo, come on, yo. Come on, yo.
Matt,
Don't
Matt, don't talk to me no more.
So now let's do this. What's up? There go my cousin, Sweet Mama G in the building. What's going on, cousin? We also
What
have
up?
Papacito. I still have that blue tape. Uh-oh, see? Papacito say he still got the blue tape. That's what we talking about.
Can you
We
feel it
talking about
on
this
there,
tape right
right?
here. Yeah, can you feel it? It's right there. There's that blue tape.
Matt.
Only one on
Oh
Earth.
shit.
That's Earth with an F.
There you go. You'll say Earth. You said the only one on Earth?
Nah, I'm just exaggerating. Trying to
Please
pump my
say you
tape
got
up.
another one. I need to put
don't.
my.
That was the last one. So yeah, Sweet Mama G said hello, y'all.
Hey, how you doing? How you
What's
doing,
up?
Sweet Mama G?
Okay, so here's the thing. We got some more stories to tell. Let me tell my little story. As far as when everything started. So y'all already know this, but you know, I was DJing, I was selling mixtapes, this, that, and doing parties, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So at some point, I don't want to say I got bored because I didn't. It was just I wanted to add on something to step it up, right? So I went and purchased, I think it was a ASR 16, whatever that, I forgot what it was. Anyway, so what happened was when I purchased that, I learned how to use it. And then once I started making beats because, you know, I was already making the mixtape. So I say, I'm gonna start making beats too. So as I started making beats, I was like, dang, he's getting a little dope here. I need to find some artists, right? And I really wish I could have some of our intros, because I don't know if y'all remember that, but we're gonna get to that. So what happened was I started I started asking around. I already knew Mac was rapping and your name kept popping up. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to run into Mac. Because, you know, we would see each other, but I hadn't seen you in a good minute from then when I was looking. So I said, you know what? No, I'm gonna look for Mac. It was for some reason you was the only one I was looking for. Bunk, remember Bunk? Bunk was rapping, everybody was rapping, but I was just one to go to Mac.
You came up on the block. You came up on the block, and you rode up, and you were selling tapes as usual, because you coming selling tapes. Niggas buying tapes like he had chicken wings in that motherfucking car. And he come up there, and he come up there. He said, Mac, what you doing? And I said, none of this out here. I'm out there doing my thing. He like, yo, come take a ride with me. And we rode DC, and you told me everything you want to do. We went to go get some records.
Yep, from 12-inch records in
DC. You say, yeah, yo, I got this girl. I wanna put her in it too. And I said, a girl. And he said, yeah, man, you know, he said, you know her from school. She went to school with her. When you see her, you're gonna know who she is.
Right.
And I said, okay. And then that shit, I think it was like a month later. That's when you called, like, yo, what's up tonight? What you doing tonight?
Right.
And I said, what's up? He said, yo, you want to jump on the intro? And I said, all right, cool. Then I had Intellect with me. I brought Intellect with me. You came and picked me up that night. And then we went to go get Silo down Yale. And when she got in the car and we looked at each other, she said, oh, damn, what's up, yo? I said, oh, yeah, how you doing? How you been? You know what I'm saying? We said, what's up? But I'm sitting there thinking, I'm sitting there looking at Silo like, I'm sitting in my mind like, this motherfucker better know how to rap. Because this motherfucker had on tight pants and high heels and long hair and shit. I'm like, she better know how to fucking rap. But this nigga got me out the house, man. So look, you did. I was like, she better know how to rap. And so I'm saying to myself, Wandre, Intellect, he tapping me and we tapping, looking at each other like, oh shit, she don't look like she can rap shit. It just ain't seem like there was no hip hop in her.
Right.
And we got to the house. It was us. It was us and Diamond K. It was us and Diamond K.
Right.
And you came in there, and I was a mic hawk then. I think I grabbed the mic first. And you threw something on, and I start busting. And she started shaking her head. And she stood up like, all right. Because she was thinking the same thing. She thinking like, nigga, this nigga better can rap. That's how she now that I know, she told me, I was thinking the same shit.
Right.
So when I started rapping and she stood up, and she started like doing like this. And I said, yeah. She into that. So then I said, here. And I passed her the fucking mic. And I was gone. It was over. I was blown away. And I'm going to say this. I done rap with a lot of people. I done try to be in groups. All that shit. You feel me? I was shout out to the Dome Swellers. You know what I mean? Nick Soprano and them, me and Shaquana, we try to do Dome Sweller thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember that.
It just wasn't no connection. And then, yo, when she rapped the first time, I felt it in my heart that was it.
Right.
That was my nigga. Like, that was it right there. That's who it was. I couldn't believe a girl rap like that. I was done. Respect from the door. It was just like, wow, yo. That verse, I remember the verse.
The verse that she did on the first
It was
intro.
the same verse. Cause we wanted her to spit it again. It was the same verse she did on the first intro.
Right.
Cause we wanted her to do it again. I
Now,
plenty y'all to know there's a pros.
yes. I
leave
remember
it
that.
there like
I actually had
pistachio.
that intro. Dang, I wish I had it
Yo,
on here right now. That was
I was
crazy.
done. I couldn't believe it. It was
Now,
over.
Now I'm gonna say this. Let me hit the comment right here. We have Baylana said, like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. We need it. Absolutely. Miss J said that was fate at Crete. It's no accident. K-Mac was on your mind. He was. It was like at the point I said that's who I'm going to look for, because y'all remember I did that song with Boopy James and Mike B, and that was a fun song, you know what I mean? But they didn't take it serious. Then Cuzzy, Sweet Mama G said, I remember 12-inch records in DC. Yep. I wonder if they still there.
Yeah.
And then
that's where we went. Is that the spot we went to?
Yeah, it was 12-inch records in DC.
Okay.
Then Cuzzy with Living Life with Spice channel also said, please share the podcast. So here's another story, right? And I remember when all this was being put together, right? Now here it is. I think I was about like 18 years old, 17, 18. And I remember, picking Mac up just like you were saying. And then I said, I got this girl MC. I want you to check out. We're going to go over there and grab and listen to her. So sure enough, when we started trying to get things together, I don't know if you got to remember this, Silo. Your mother stepped in. Remember that? And she gave me the 21 questions and she was like, okay, what you going to do with my daughter? I was like, well, we're going to make some music. You don't remember that, Silo? She was like, what, I said, well, we're gonna make some music and everything, and just put everything together. Well, are you serious about this? Yeah, I'm real serious. I'm still young, and I'm just believing in what we was doing or whatever, but I still ain't have everything together. But she was drilling me, and I was like, oh man. And you make sure you take care of my daughter. If y'all gonna do shows and all that stuff, you take care of her. And this, I was like, okay, I'm 18. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It was nothing more greater than seeing her smile when you did that show with KRS-One and everybody else. Your mother was there supporting you. That was the gift.
Not every show. She was at every fucking show.
Look, even the beginning.
She had me mad at my mother. She even come to my show.
Even the record release. The record release party, he was there. You know what I'm saying? That was from the beginning. Remember the record that up Kate.
The hoodest club though. In the hoodest crowds and the rowdiest crowd, she be standing right there, like in her own bubble.
That was a mother right
on
there.
Her. You know what I mean?
That was a mother.
What?
Papacito said, he said, I got a couple songs from BL that K-Mac is on, unlabeled, and the beats are dope. Thank you. Yeah, it definitely keep all of that, because a lot of these records becoming valuable these days. You know what I mean? And that's what we saw right here. And like I said, we was just doing things just from just the love of it, and it's something now. So so that was dope. That was so dope for your mother to support you like that, Silo. Showing up, she was really a good mother, and definitely, I mean, but I was just glad to accomplish some things for her to see you know what I mean, where you was, because she was so happy and like, wow, you know what I mean. So that meant a lot. So now, yeah. One of the songs that you said, Silo, was Rude Girls. That was one of your favorites that you ever made, and when we was doing music, right? So we're gonna let the listeners hear Rude Girls. A lot of people know Rude Girls if they followed us, but some didn't follow us. But we're gonna play Rude Girls. This is Rude Girls, and it was made by Silhouette, produced by me. Let's get it.
I love this record.
Y'all listen to the skills.
Open up your eyes. Realize. Analyze. Yo, I unwind till I'm looser. Fuck you and your producer. I'm ready to shock drama, knock it down, get off a trooper. So blink and rub your eyes, baby, cause you ain't really seen. The sidewalks light up when I step like I was Billy Jeans. And of course, I got the fucking lyrics spinning if you're willing. Make it jump like Toyota commercial cameo spot fillings. I take it straight back to the essence like a sweetie. Profile like the native Indian style of the teeth. Cause we be a dust like Ouija, hands off no cross. I get that ass tossed like salad when I rock the balance. Bang up on all your crabs like mallets. You got no spine. And since you holding on to number one, you got what's mine. Pay up or get smoked like when I rolled this fucking J up. The shit you wrote made me stay up. I can't sleep because I'm laughing past the trees to who's ever on the left. The nigga on the right will get it when it comes round next. I vex like that nigga JD up in GC. ANNEXX multiplex.
Girls in trouble now. Sound boys buried in the ground. Silhouettes and lyrics round. The morning drown.
Yo, bring it. Yo, I pull that wages, guys fall likely majors. If you claim to be the flyers, wings get broken in the struggle. Some trouble. Silhouette's the one that got you bitches wearing. Your style touches ground and melts with the heat like snow flurries. I buries them all. They're easy to be lifted off 10 toes. When rhyme destroys the foes, plus the fool like when it blows through the leaves of the trees. Please test these and freeze. I wow my inner child or fuck you like the word to these that I call my family. Fake hoes or clothes, but I roll like my name was Stanley. Or Wild Bill Hickok, Pit Rich Rock is the stone. It's I sit on. That's why hip hop things ring the bell to my home. I'm in the zone like my soul sister lyric. Representing Annexx in mind, body, soul, and spirit.
Girls in trouble now. Sound boys buried in the ground.
Silhouettes and all the drowning.
Miss Amelia said, "Real hip hop, Zone 29, absolutely." And construction site.
Let me say
media.
this.
Go ahead.
Yo, she just performed that joint at 8x10.
Mm-hmm.
First time me and Silo been on the stage together in almost 20-something years, right?
Mm-hmm.
When that motherfucker dropped, that doom doom. Do you know how loud that shit was, bro? You killed that motherfucking beat, yo. Yo, that beat, yo, it's so coming through a big system down there. Silo, how you feel performing that song, yo? How you feel performing that song?
I felt awesome. You know what I'm saying? I got the energy back from the crowd, and man, yeah, that's one of my favorites anyway. So yeah, that felt good. And it had been so long, you know what I'm saying, since I had been on the stage rapping that song. So
Creep, man, I'm trying to tell you. That motherfucker drop, boy, those niggas say, yeah.
Hey, you know what? We never knew what we were doing. We were just doing what we love. Into like this could have easily faded out or whatever, but we had good shine during the time when we did this music. But then when the social media age came out, it brought it right back like it's new again. And that's what you call classics.
And people don't even know that during that time is when we were talking about how club music was like hard, made it hard for us. We was around them too, though.
Right.
We was all around each other. Diamond or you bomb, all that. They was our peoples.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they supported us.
Right. That was one good time. And you know what? It was a lot of people not sticking with each other, but it was a lot of people that was sticking with each other. And you know, we can't say that. It was nice. It was a good time. It was a good time.
Man, we had a ball, man. That shit was fun, man.
Now we're gonna go to the the Horsemen. Yeah. That was a Diamond Crew. That was Pork Chop, Wes, BJ, Ed Nice, Big L. It was one or two more I forgot. But we're gonna go to the comments here. Papacito said 88.9 saved my life. Ocken School.
Mine too, brother.
Yeah. Then we have Papacitos also said, I got that. Yeah, that S is hot. And then he said, wow, I remember that. And then Sweet Mama G from Living Life with Spice channel said, that is hot, cuz he play this on our intro sometimes. I will, cousin. I'll definitely do
there
that.
you go. There
And
you
then
go.
Miss J said that says a lot. At Creek, that at Silo's mom was so trusting. Yes, it was, you know, and it was just, it felt so good to see her smile, to see her daughter do what she, you know, what she wanted to do. And my mother and father was like that as well. So you know, that you know, you keep that in your heart all your life. Construction Site Media also said at Papacito, yep, I remember Scooby, DJ Titan, and Lil Mike. Yep. Miss Amelia, oh yeah, I'm going back to that. She said that was real hip hop. And then Miss J said that's a 5 hands down. And then Papacito said, yeah,
right.
that beat was fire. And Papacito said, I got a black and white tape cover that was Annexx Clique. It might have been single. Yes, that's a classic. Actually, I was just reading something on the internet today.
Yeah.
And they was talking about how that they was like, I didn't know it was another album, but they was just so shocked about it. It was wild. But you know, it's just can y'all hear me? Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Hey Mac, let me ask you a question. What you know about this?
My first album.
Know about that? Right.
That's my
Unlimited.
first album. Can I please get that?
You know,
I need that for my room, yo. You don't know, yo. I got J Funk shit.
Look at that.
I got J Funk stuff. Damn, yo.
Hey, I had to pull out the gems on y'all. You know what I mean?
I remember that day. I remember that day we took that picture. I remember that shirt.
How about this, Silo? That's Rude Girl's cassette.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, it's a thing though. Okay, so yeah, now Mac, now one of your favorites you said was in Baltimore, right? And actually,
yeah.
that's what one of the gentlemen asked earlier. Shouts out to Simply 10 Art. Yes, we're doing a Sunday show. It's actually an interview with the Annexx Clique. So they were asking how did and thank you for coming through, Simply 10 Art. Thank you so much for coming through. And Papacito said Big L. Yes, Big L, that's nephew right there. Love that little guy.
Big L.
Now, Mac, you said one of your favorites was in Baltimore, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing, that's another big record. Classic. I don't care where you play that. If you love hip hop, you love that record. It ain't no thinking about it. It's kind of hot. No, it's just hot from the beginning. It just blows people away. Just like how that joint that Silo just did. And then Simply 10 Art said, I thought my eyes was deceiving me. Nah, we putting in work. We putting in work over here. And Miss J said, hello at Simply 10 Art. Yes, it's a special untold story. It's awesome. Yes, and actually, this story was never told on any platform or anything of how we, and then K Mac is going to actually put together a documentary in reference to this. So it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be dope. So Mac, your song, one of the songs out of your 3, you said that you love. Papacito said that beat was effing bananas. Thank you, family. Thank you. Yeah, we was putting in work. We was putting in work. Now here's one of K Mac's favorite songs that we all did together. This is In Baltimore by K Mac, produced by me. Let's get it right here. Let's go, Mac.
Real gunslingers. Real bad niggas. Check it out, yo. If you're real, wave your hands in the motherfucking air. All them blunts. Yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, yo. You want lyrics? We'll let the real niggas run it. Whack crews get confronted by the shorty that's blunted, never fronted. You ain't built, I'm from the thorough school. You couldn't fuck around if you had pussy in the whirlpool. I'm swift with this. I burn crews like hoes with syphilis. I slam like doors in the face of Jehovah's Witnesses. Pack the chrome, styles fly like Mrs. Jones. Lyrical mathematics will have the devil smoking stones. I put heads to bed, lick shots, and rappers fled. Went to church a few times, now none's trying to give me head. Came back the ill shorty from the bill, you best to tell them. Lyrics busting your brain style, sexing your cerebellum. Some nigga named Kim from the firm, I probably have to splatter. Talking trash about Mac and don't know me from Madam. You ain't real, nigga, so stop yelling hip hop. Loaded up my Glock and walking bitches in the shop. The squad is Annexx, the cruddy kid is who I be. Twisting up some sin seed that I got from L&T. You niggas best to wake the fuck up, you in the wrong direction. Guard your girl, you couldn't make it in my fucking section. That's how it's going down. That's how it's going down. Check it out, yo. Yo, hey, yo, one for the blunts that I smoke, two for all the liquor I drink, making your bitch crew stop and grip and think. The 20th, I got more reasons to feel a belly. The stick is squad, cause my crew is puffing trees daily. You best to bust before the shorty gets to clapping. You niggas acting, so eat a dick with your bullshit rapping. Take it on your whole crew, however you come. I stand strong, don't give a fuck wherever you're from. I walk the streets anytime, the cash got me craving. Collect my dough, feeling hot soon as the herb is blazing. Hot metal, I squeeze when I get heated. If my lyrics was drums, you punk pussy still couldn't beat it. Check for concrete, take styles that I be freaking. Lyrics be heating, got your melon leaking, but they speak. Check it out, niggas. All my niggas on the app. Hit out the bill, check it out. Yo, I bring the ruggedness, the realness. K-Mac will leave the mic scorching. Verbal skills, my raw style is worth a fucking fortune. Rolling thick with my clicks, I'm never heard of me. The click is Annexx, whack crews headed for surgery. I clean my eyes, bloodshot red when I be chilling. Got the gift of manifesting your ears, lyrics be spilling. Ill snap, I catch wreck, check them on the wall of stages. Rhythm relax, rate with elements and phrases. Niggas extinct, kid, my style's label, but sport. Big up to my niggas locked down, holding the love fort. I'm on the mission, bringing drama to competition. Taking flight, styles, tight lyrics be shitting when I'm done. It's hit the speeches back to herb, selling with rhymes. I'm compelling, leaving swelling on your melon. Packing guns, serving fiends to get funds up in the bill. Shit is thick, my click traveling tons. Whack crews, I eliminate my styles mad ill. Spark a Ellen Paul late, and I remain tranquil in the bill. Watch your nugget, word is born, I got a full clip. Your squad is bullshit, you bitches better forfeit. It's 95, don't be surprised when we arrive. Lyrics I kick your shit and more bricks than high rise. Mass appeal, my style's too dangerous for a herb to fit. I'm sending rappers on a journey that is permanent, so tell me if you feel this. Cap when I peel this, back to the lab, cause you ain't ready for the real. Silhouette is in the motherfucking house. K-Mac concrete up in the jizzy. In the back seat, J up on the fucking board. You know what I mean? I want to send a piece out.
Yes, indeed. Whew. You know, y'all make me so proud. Now that was a joint by K-Mac called In Baltimore, produced by me, and the scratches by me. When I
What?
We got DJ XL, that's my brother there. He got a little, I think he had drink. He's sipping on some
that's my man, yo.
Some hate style. No, that's one of, you know, that's one of, he went our host. He went our host. Nah, yeah. What up, XL?
That's my nigga, yo.
Matter of fact, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We usually do this. See, y'all gonna have to come. I'm talking about Mac and Silo. Sometimes when we have the Brutally Honest rap show, it's fun. Y'all need to come, and we'll let y'all on the you know, on the camera, so you know y'all family. So, but this is how we gonna do. We're gonna see if anybody can came up and ask questions today, just so we can have somebody on the camera. That's fine. So let's do this. Here's the link in the comment section. If y'all want to pop on, if y'all have questions for Silhouette, K-Mac, or myself. All right. And XL, you already know if you want to pop on, you already know.
XL. That's my man, yo.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. So anyway, now when say all right, so when it became the age of social media, and I'm gonna give y'all another story. I remember there was a guy, I can't even remember his name, and this was actually MySpace. I had a MySpace account, and what happened was this guy had hit me, and I thought it was a scammer, and he had asked, "Hey, are you Concrete from the Concrete Foundation Annexx Clique?" I was like, I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "How this dude know this?" You know what I mean? So I'm just like, listen. He was like, "Yeah, I've been trying to reach you. Do you have any of your old records left?" I'm like, I said, "Nah, but I can get them." And he was like, "Yeah." He said, "Hey man, if you can get some records, I'll buy them all." I said, "How many do you need?" He said, "I don't care if you have 100, 100 of them. I'll buy them." He said, "I'll buy them at $15 a piece." I said, I started searching. I'm like, you know, but anyway,
Right.
what happened was I was thinking, y'all remember Bernie at Music Liberated? Bernie,
Yeah.
the white guy,
Yeah.
real, it's super cool. And I remember leaving him a couple of boxes on consignment. And I forgot. I was asking people, I said, y'all heard from Bernie or anybody know how to reach Bernie? Well, what happened was I forgot that I saw Bernie had lost his life, unfortunately, in a car accident. But he had some, but ever since that guy hit me, and then it was like this girl had reached out and was like, "Hey, I'm a digger from France, and that we were over in the States, and we had was at Rock and Soul, because y'all remember I used to drive all the way to New York to take the records there just so they can be heard and be sold. So I used to take that drive. So what happened was they were like they were in actually they said Rock and Soul, and they were in there digging and they found the record, and the girl found two, but she wanted to get she found two and her boyfriend found one, and they wanted to get another one. And I was like, I don't even have any more, whatever. So, and that's when I started saying like, wow, these people were really looking for the records, and it reopened up everything. And then I started going on the internet, and remember me and you had that conversation, Matt, where I was saying that how I was telling you, like, go look at this, go to, you know what I mean, the places to look online. And it was just so wild. Miss Amelia said nice to that in Baltimore, that's a 5. And the 5 is the highest you can get on our show. So thank you, Miss Amelia.
Damn.
And then DJ XL said, I want to, but court in the AM. Okay. He gotta go to court. I think what happened, he had a run-in, him and Darren. It's an inside joke, y'all. I know y'all don't know. It's no, Darren is good people, man. I knew you. Yeah, no, Darren was on here. He good people's. We all had fun on the relationship show on Fridays. Then we had Paradigm Shift said classic records, Bring It On was on constant rotation. And I'm surprised you didn't say that, Mac. I'm surprised you did not say Bring It On. You know what I'm saying? So when you, what was your other record that you spoke of? Was it Speak the Clout? Okay, hold on one second. We got, DJ XL said, yeah, rest in peace, Bernie. That's showing up. He was a good dude. He was one of the coolest white dudes that you're gonna meet. Like he was the coolest white dude. And then DJ XL said, K-Mac Creek got a little minion. Don't call Darren a minion. Who else? Okay, so you said Speak the Clout. And you know what? I never knew that was one of your favorites until you just said that earlier. Now, somebody already asked you this. When you got when I had brought you the beat to in Baltimore, did you think it was a classic? Where it was going to be a classic? You said no. So I didn't think so either. I mean, I love what we were doing and everything, but I wasn't thinking classic or whatever. We was just thinking making the music. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't think about none of that. I just wanted to do it.
Right. So
I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? I knew it didn't even me because I loved it anyway. So I didn't care what nobody felt or anything. I didn't even. You know, It mattered something to me.
So when
that's
I
how
had
I
brought
always
you the
looked at
track,
it.
when I brought you the track, now I don't remember a lot of the stuff. I do remember that when I didn't remember. What were you thinking when I brought you that track? Like, was you like, man, what, you don't remember how y'all was like the last time on the other ones, but like, man, what? How was you thinking? Or was that something that caught you off, you know, from the
I jumped at it. I had it ready. That's why I said I ain't had to think about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It was an easy song. You had to.
Oh yeah.
All I had to do was come up with the verses.
Right.
That shit was easy. So it was like I just had to make the right verses fit. That's it. I just had to go through my book and find the right verses to fit it, and that's all it was. And truthfully, man, that's why it sound like that. Like I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Well, you know what? It was another classic to me.
I was just rapping.
Yeah.
I mean, it all worked together because I put the right raps together to make it what it was. But it was you know, I ain't start really making songs into Unlimited.
I can hear y'all.
You know what I'm saying? To the album.
You said you can hear what again?
When I start hearing.
No, Silo said something. What'd you say, Silo?
I can hear y'all, but I can't see. I can hear y'all, but I can't see nothing.
All right, click back out and come back in again, sis, because it's your internet. That's what is going on. But click out and come back in.
Yeah, she froze.
So Mac, so all right, so while before we play that song, and thank you for that story about that song. Shouts out to Kevin Bogan. He said, I've been rocking with Annexx back on Strictly Hip Hop. Yeah, Strictly Hip Hop definitely was a blessing. Then we have DJ XL said, I'd get on the stream and he'll start something. Creep versus J Funk. Hey, it brings, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, but see, the thing about J Funk, me and that dude used to play in the dirt together. Like he lived like 6 doors from me. So and when I say grew up together, we grew up together. You know what I mean? It's all love. But yeah.
Right.
So he said, oh yeah, you know what? Now I'm really thinking why XL said that. XL.
Bruh. Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I know why you said that. Because what happened was the guy Darren from out of the blue was like, you know what? I want to challenge XL to some beats. That's why he just okay. Don't let me get Darren on you. Constructive Sight Media said, I remember Music Liberated on Saratoga. Yep, that was a classic.
Yeah.
And then DJ XL said, don't play that Baby Shark beat. He talking about that. I wish I had it on here right now because I would. That the guy Darren made that he battled him with.
Baby Shark.
Yeah, they call it Darren's beat Baby Shark. And then Papacito said, I didn't have Speak the Clout, so I just recorded it on my tape and kept playing it back, even with 88.9 putting their station stamp on it. All right, we're going to get to Speak the Clout. This is by K-Mac, once again, produced by me. K-Mac killed it. Hold on, let me get to the right screen here. Let's go. Speak the Clout. Speak the Clout, K-Mac.
Are we going to do the first verse?
Hey yo, Emersonville till I die, so I try. From the bridge, we be pumping live. Emersonville till I die, so I try. From the bridge, we be pumping. I be the rap assassin, holding my own in any rap fight. I very quick to the extreme is how I carry shit. I'm big thinking, trying to survive through the struggle. This rap shit ain't moving fast enough, so I hustle on the side until my lyrical skills can keep me steady. I'm slinging stones just for part time, ain't nothing heavy. Put the fame in this rap game, I got to have it. I got bills to the ceiling, plus the weed habit. So when I grab the mic, you know I'm out for kills. But if I'm not making records, then I'm slinging pills. Who got the skills? Just step up, I'll leave it blank. Recite the L for the real niggas to crank. So I try lyrics be wrong, so people texture. Came at the backbone, I get it shown in your sector. Larger than the professor, more style that's hitting. No bullshitting, lyrics be tighter than the virgin's kitten. You want no troubles, though your guard, son, you fell before. Lyrics I wrote will leave your crew broke like Malcolm Moore. MCs repent. They walk around with their mug broke, put out tapes and didn't make a cent. Hey yo, my squad to lock it down without a doubt. Lyrical orgy, so peep the shorty with the clout and it's down now.
Ready to wreck Mike's Bronco. Hill shit. Ready to wreck Mike's Bronco. Hill shit. Ready to wreck Mike's Bronco. Hill shit. Ready to wreck Mike's Bronco.
I run lyrics like a faucet, styles I toss it. Moving shifty in my 360, bringing the raw shit. Won't let you crash pass me by. K-Mac the smallest nigga, but forever getting high. Now fly, look in my eyes and I can tell that you don't want it. The Avenue disciple stinging niggas like a fucking hornet. This ain't no gimmick, I truck more niggas than Emmett. I know your limit, plus I got your squad stepping timid. I hear some niggas scheming, planning on trying to rob me. But them niggas couldn't harm me, not hardly, forever rhyming. Yo, that's my only situation. When some rhyme they say they kill but couldn't kill a conversation. I kick rhymes them pretty niggas couldn't handle. You splitting chunks, giving more lumps than the fucking camel. I told you my squad traveling tons, the smooth factor, and I stay blacker than my fucking lungs. It be the realest niggas, size of your crew, so what's the measure? Annexx Clique, we be the shit, lyrics the treasure. The styles coming flying through your speaker. Crews I despise, all the ones I find weaker. So ease back, all you crews with whack stats, frontin' hard with your dreads, baggy jeans and knapsacks. My people's from the Ville, keep it real and rock on. All them niggas that fraud to be hard, will get your squad on. Defeating me is something that I doubt. My foundations what you're facing. So yo, keep the clout.
Yo, shit. Ready to wreck Mike's Bronco.
The clout, nigga.
Yo, shit.
Concrete
Yo,
foundation.
shit. Ready to wreck Mike's Bronco.
All right. Once again, that was K-Mac, Speak the Clout, produced by myself. That was another classic. Now we have some people online actually to ask y'all questions. Silo, and Papacito, can y'all log out and log back in? For some reason, the thing is not popping up. And I'm gonna wait for y'all to come back on before okay, hold up, wait a sec. All right, there you go, Silo and Papacito. What's going on, family? Papacito in the building. Oh, we got Miss J in the building. How you doing, Miss J?
Hey.
Yes.
Concrete. Concrete.
Yes.
Concrete.
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Silo? Silo. Log out and log back in. Yeah, I can hear you, Silo.
Can you hear me and like two of you hear me and or see me?
Log out and log back in one more time. Your internet, it's your internet that's doing that. Papacito, can you hear us and see us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's dope. Thank you for coming through, my brother. Hold on one second. We're trying to get Silo back in here. Hold up, let me kick this one out. Okay. We waiting on Silo to come back. So before we start the questions, we have Construction Site Media TV say, "Oh man, that song hard as bricks. That joint hard." Okay, thank you, Construction Site Media. We appreciate that. Let's start off with Papacito. Thank you for once again coming on. You had any questions?
Yeah, when I first heard it, I was like, man, I gotta get that. So it was like you say, music liberated was like one of them.
Terrible.
But the questions I had, I don't know if guys fell out and started doing their own thing, like going solo. But I wanted to ask K-Mac, like, what happened to all the BL productions that you had? Because I was looking for them, man.
The BL production. If you got Legendary out there that's still online. Legendary, that's something me and BL did. We did Night Rider. Night Rider is still on like CD, so I didn't really put that online. But Legendary is out there, so that's the last thing that me and Big Banger Bill got out there right now. So
man, I would definitely like to get to material, man. I mean, it was awesome. I was trying to go back and find it. I still got all my tapes and stuff, but to try to convert that stuff is like too much. And I know that you have, like stuff on YouTube. So, I mean, that's a blessing, man.
Legendary on YouTube too, also. So you can listen to it on there too. Yeah.
Okay.
Legendary all on there. Yeah.
Let me. I think. Yeah, I was trying to wait for Silo to come back.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it, man. Like I say, I mean, we talking about 28 years. Then I got all of that stuff sitting in a locker. You know, just it ain't going nowhere, man. It's in my room. My wife be
Right.
like, "Why don't you get rid of that stuff?" I'm like, "Nah, I gotta convert it over first before I can put it in the garage." So yeah, it's definitely memories, man.
Y'all should see
That's
the
what's
stuff that
up,
I
man.
have
I
to
really
convert back over. But like from cassette tape and I try to make it MP3, it takes a lot. And then you got to have the right